Ladies and gentlemen, for 40 years, we've left Europe policy to politicians. We've left it to ministers and to mandarins to decide European policy for us. Just look at the mess that they've made of it. A fisheries policy with no fish. Red tape strangling small businesses, financial regulation suffocating the City of London. And now we're being asked to pay billions of pounds bailing out a currency we didn't even join. We have lurched from one bad deal to the next, from one disastrous negotiation to another. This is the price we pay when we leave it to politicians in Westminster to decide Europe policy. It is time to ask the people. On Monday, members of Parliament have a chance to vote for an in-out referendum. Monday marks the day when the question of Britain's membership of the European Union ceases to be the settled political question that it has been for a generation. I urge all MPs to vote for a referendum. It's first and foremost a question of trust. I don't just mean a question of trusting the people. It's a question of whether we're going to restore trust in politicians. Until recently, all three parties were promising us a referendum on Europe. It is time for the politicians to honour the promises they made. But it's a question of principle, too. Is it right to put this issue to a referendum, regardless of whether you think it should be in or out? Is it right that our EU membership should be decided by the people rather than the politicians? Yes, I believe absolutely that this qualifies for a referendum, overwhelmingly. First of all, it's an issue of massive constitutional significance. It's a question, let's be frank, that divides all three parties. It's an issue that I don't think can be settled properly by a general election. Referendums can no longer be dismissed as something that is somehow alien to the British tradition. We've had dozens of referendums in the past 20 years, most recently a national referendum on electoral reform, on AV. And if you're going to have a referendum to decide how you elect your members of Parliament, you can have a referendum to decide if those we elect should make the rules. Let's kill the lie from the Westminster elite that this is somehow Eurosceptics banging on about Europe. This issue was put on the political agenda by the people. The coalition to their great credit, introduced a mechanism that allows ordinary folk up and down this country to trigger votes and debates in the House of Commons. If you get 100,000 signatures, you're in with a chance of getting your politicians to debate something that counts with you. Monday's vote is the outcome of this direct democracy. You can't say you want to renew democracy and that you want to renew politics and then shy away from the outcome of asking the people. A new deal with Europe is coming. The Eurozone is in crisis. It must either fuse together, a fiscal union, or fall apart. But either way, it's going to have a profound impact upon our relationship with Europe. Monday is about ensuring that any new deal is put to the people. Monday's vote is about change. I'm voting for an in-out referendum on Monday because I want change. I want to change our relationship with Europe, but I want a new kind of Britain too. I want to finish, if I may, by thanking everyone here, by thanking all of you, a heartfelt thank you for coming here and for the support that you've given us in Westminster. Over the past week, a team in Westminster, I should say David Nuttall, the author of the motion, Kelvin Hopkins, Peter Bone, Mark Reckless, Zach Goldsmith, many others, have been trying to persuade colleagues to support the motion. You here today have helped make that happen. The letters that you've sent, the emails that you've written. Many MPs who 2 weeks ago were sitting on the fence have come off as a direct result of what you've been doing. Please keep it up. Please keep on firmly but politely asking your representatives to support an in-out referendum. Every extra MP that we can get is a step towards us finally achieving the in-out referendum. Every MP that we can get through the lobby is down to your hard work. There is a three-line whip on Monday. It's a three-line whip from the people. Please help us make that clear to MPs in the House of Commons. Thank you very much.